topic desalination or RO process. What is the meaning of desalination? What is the meaning of salinity? Salinity means that is the salt content. Increase the concentration of the salt content, that is called salinity. D means removal. So how we can remove the salt from the water? The process is called desalination. RO means reverse osmosis process. So see, what is desalination? Removal of common salt. Common salt means that is NaCl from the water is called desalination. So water having the brackish taste. What is the meaning of brackish taste? The water having lightly what is that? So it is not what is appreciable for drinking. Okay, that kind of water is called brackish water. So the dissolved salt, the water having the dissolved salt with brackish taste is called brackish water. So usually depends upon the dissolved salts. What is the meaning of dissolved salts? The salt having the various types. What is that? Calcium chloride, magnesium chloride, calcium sulfate, magnesium sulfate, and so many minerals, manganese chloride, ferrous chloride. So many salts are available in our earth. So the minerals, the salt having that salts are called dissolved salts. Okay. So the water having the dissolved salt with brackish taste. Brackish means brackish. With brackish taste is called brackish water. So what is desalination? Desalination of common salt. Water is not desalination. What is brackish? Water. Salt with brackish taste is called brackish water. So depending upon the dissolved salt present in the water, that means the quantified amount of dissolved salt present in the water. Water are classified into three types. First one fresh water, second one brackish water, third one decomposed water. First one brackish water. See, fresh water. Fresh water means the dissolved salt concentration having 0 to 1000 ppm. Listen viewers, the dissolved salt concentration having 0 to 1000 ppm. So brackish water means, what is that? The dissolved salt concentration having 1000 to 35,000 ppm. The dissolved salt concentration having 1000 to 35,000 ppm. Last one, sea water above 35,000 ppm. What is the 35,000 ppm? The dissolved salt concentration that is above the 35,000 ppm. The dissolved salt concentration exceed above the 35,000 ppm. That is called sea or ocean water. See, that is a schematic diagram of the RO process. In this diagram, there are two different concentrations of the solutions are separated by the semi-permeable membrane. At the higher concentration side, piston is what is repeated here. Okay, so that is a high concentration solution. That is a low concentration solution. All of you listen here. Don't bow your head. So that is a higher concentration solution. This is the lower concentration solution. Both the solutions are separated by the semi-permeable membrane. This semi-permeable membrane is made up of cellulose acetate and cellulose butyrate. Same only cellulose acetate or cellulose butyrate. What is that? Semi-permeable membrane is made up of cellulose acetate and cellulose butyrate. Okay. Now, the movement of ion from lower concentration side to higher concentration side is called the lower concentration. See, the movement of ion from lower concentration to higher concentration, that is the direction of osmosis. See, the process is called osmosis. Osmosis is the natural phenomenon. The movement of ion from, usually we make the solution, usually we exhibit a lot of ion itself, anions and cations itself. For all the solution having anions and cation itself. Okay. So the movement of ion, whether it is anion or cation, whatever is this, the movement of ion from lower concentration to higher concentration, that is the process is called osmosis. The pressure called hydrostatic pressure. See, hydrostatic pressure is not a natural phenomenon. Sorry, the reverse osmosis is not a natural phenomenon. We want to apply the external pressure during the at the side of high concentration. So that only we have fitted the piston here. When we give the external pressure to the higher concentration side, the excess of dissolved salt is absorbed by the semi-permeable membrane. The semi-permeable membrane is easily replaceable or wash it and again it should be replaced for that process. The lifespan of semi-permeable membrane is too long, so that is also, and also this is the very cheapest process for the removal of common salt from the water. Okay, so what is desalination? Desalination process of removal of common salt. Second one, water brackish water. There are three kinds of water depending upon the dissolved salt concentration. So concentration having 0 to 1000 ppm. Dissolved salt concentration having 0 to 1000 ppm. That is called fresh water. The dissolved salt concentration having 1000 to 35,000 ppm, that is called brackish water. The dissolved salt concentration exceed beyond the 35,000 ppm is called sea or ocean water. Okay, so that is the schematic diagram of the reverse osmosis process. The basic setup of reverse osmosis process means there are two different kind of the solution. First one is the higher concentration solution. Second one is the lower concentration solution. These two solutions, two different concentration solutions are separated by the semi-permeable membrane. That membrane is made up of cellulose acetate and cellulose butyrate. Okay, so the movement of ion from lower concentration to higher concentration side, the process is called osmosis. Osmosis is the natural phenomenon. Developing the pressure during this process is called osmotic pressure. The movement of ion from higher concentration to lower concentration side, that process is called reverse osmosis. This is not a natural phenomenon. So we have to filter one piston for applying the external pressure on the higher concentration side. So the pressure developed during this process is called hydrostatic pressure. Okay, when we apply the apply the piston and form it external pressure to the higher concentration side, the excess of ions are absorbed by the semi-permeable membrane. Okay, so the semi-permeable membrane can be easily replaceable. The lifespan of the semi-permeable membrane is too high, so it is the very cheapest process. So for the removal of the common salt. Could you understand? Any doubt? Write it first. stream வரும் அந்த stream வரும்போது liquid droplet also escape from the stream. The liquid droplet having the certain kind of impurities itself. So that process is called framing. What is foaming? So when the water consists of the oil, greases, that kind of oxy items, when the water undergo the boiling, it may be the solid, but is the bubbles on the water surfaces. So that is called foaming. Now maybe the bubbles and the water surface bubbles will create a that is foaming. Okay, next one, plastic embrittlement. Especially sodium carbonate is the one of the salt. Then the sodium carbonate is reacted with the before we should not be treated the water and sending to the boiler. After boiler sodium carbonate is present in the water. It should be converted into sodium hydroxide. That's the main problem of sodium hydroxide is it may be developing the cracks on the boiler walls. The boiler is made up of iron. Okay, so it produces the cracks, minute cracks on the boiler walls. That sodium hydroxide is reacted with the boiler wall and converted into the sodium ferrovate. The sodium ferrovate making the rust of the iron, starting the corrosion here. So that process is called caustic embrittlement. That is otherwise called intercrystalline cracking. Last one, what is that? Boiler corrosion. There are three main reasons for the boiler corrosion. First one, the water consists of excess of dissolved oxygen. Water consists of excess of dissolved carbon dioxide and also dissolved salts. The water excess of dissolved oxygen dissolved carbon dioxide or what is the dissolved salt in a automatically that water undergo the corrosion. The other is that the boiler wall to induce the corrosion. Okay, so what are the so many steps? Chemical methods and various physical methods also to remove the dissolved oxygen, carbon dioxide and salt to keep the water having no pollutant and sending to the boiler and producing the electricity. So what is boiler troubles? இந்த கதை எல்லாம் இருக்குறது ஒரு வாட்டரை பாய்லரை செட் பண்றதுக்கு முன்னாடி நம்ம அதில் இருக்கிற இம்பியூரிட்டிஸ் எல்லாம் ரிமூவ் பண்ணாட்டி எந்த மாதிரிலாம் ப்ராப்ளத்தை நம்ம ஃபேஸ் பண்ணலாம். அது சம்டைம்ஸ் இட் லீட்ஸ் டு எக்ஸ்ப்ளோஷன் ஆஃப் த பாய்லர். பாய்லர் என்ன ஆகும், ஜாயின்ட்ஸ் ஹெட்ஸ் எல்லாம் கிராக்ஸ் டெவலப் ஆகி ஹை ப்ரெஷர் உள்ள டெவலப் ஆயிடுச்சுன்னா பாய்லர் வந்து வெடிக்கிறதுக்கு இதுதான் காரணம். ஓகேவா? ஸோ அப்போ என்ன சொல்றோம், வாட் ஆர் பாய்லர் ட்ரபிள்ஸ்? தேர் ஆர் ஃபோர் மெயின் பாய்லர் ட்ரபிள்ஸ். First one is the formation of vapor and clusters. Second one is the framing and foaming. Third one, caustic embrittlement. Last one, boiler troubles. First we are going to see about scales and structures. boiler wall. Okay, so the boiler wall on the vertical, what is the view? Okay, so see, this is the boiler wall, this is the exit of the boiler. So the sludges mean there is a loose and slippery precipitate on the boiler is called sludges. What is scales? It is hot adherent. Adherent means what is the stick on the boiler wall. We can't take it to what it move very easily. So want to be what is the apply some of the external treatment or internal treatment or dilute acids also to remove that